So just promote your music wherever you can, wherever it makes sense for your style of music, and just try to get it out to as many people as possible.
You are lying.
It's again her that has to wait for me. I just had to take care of a couple of business things. A friend of mine wanted to get a track mastered and there were some mistakes in the track, so I had to give him feedback, he had to correct them, and I will hopefully have the time to master it later today. First, outside, going for a quick, healthy, nice Easter Monday walk. Ready? These dogs are crazy and dangerous, really dangerous.
They attacked him.
Yes, yes. I even have some feathers still in my beard.
No, I think I took care of them.
Yes? Are they gone?
Yeah.
This way we almost had some dinner for tonight. Probably not the most tastiest dinner, but you love meat. Meat is meat.
No, not really.
Wherever I am, whoever you are.
So that's kind of our little version of Central Park. Now it's time for some nice ice. You also want some? Sure?
Sure.
I got
I'm
two
freezing.
spoons.
Yeah, well, but I'm freezing.
Okay, so all for me. Before we start watching Netflix, let's do another edition of Q&A. I haven't done one in a while, and there are a whole lot of questions on YouTube that I haven't answered. A lot of you asked what the song was that I used yesterday in the video. It's actually my edit of I Want You. It's a track by Dean Coleman, and it features vocals by Adam Levine, who is the lead singer of Maroon 5. I will put a link down below where you can listen to the entire track. Brian wants to know what program I use to make my music. It's mainly Logic, that's like the big program, and you can use third-party plugins within it. And I have a bunch of them, the Waves, the Native Instrument ones. I actually made an entire video about my top 10 plugins that I like and like to use. It's from last year. I might do another one in a couple of weeks, but this one you will also be able to find down below in the description. English is your native language? Question mark. No, it's not. I think that's pretty obvious. It's actually my third language. I first learned German, Hebrew, then English, then French, no, first Latin, French, and then Spanish. So 6 languages, but yeah, I can speak 3 of them. The other 3 maybe understand, or 1 or 2 sentences. Although I had French, for example, 3 years in school, but I didn't go a whole lot to school, and I don't know, I didn't really like it. Luckily the teacher liked me, so I got good grades and passed, but I never learned any vocabularies. Is there an alternative download method for my sample pack? Actually not really. You can either download it through Spotify, following me on Spotify, or you can become a Patreon, spend $1 and get the package, and also on top of that get the special track that was within the folder. But other than that, no, there's no possibility to download it. You could just ask someone else that already has it. Illusion is asking if I have any music studies. That's what's holding him back. He is, he's afraid of starting producing music because he doesn't have a musical background. That's a tricky one. You of course will need to learn music theory. You don't have to know it before you start producing music. You can learn how to use Logic or Ableton or whatever DAW you use, and parallel to that also learn the music theory stuff to just be able to make tracks. There is no way you can make music without knowing the music theory. There is really no way. I made actually an entire video about how to make it without the music theory, and at the end I just spent the entire video talking about the first steps that you actually have to learn to make music. You could just use the black keys like a pentatonic, but you will eventually definitely have to learn it. I myself started without really a musical background. I couldn't play any instruments at the time where I started my first productions. I just learned it along the way and learned to play chords, melodies on top, and I'm still not 100% trained, so I couldn't play really in a band live to the music because my playing skills are just too slow, and I never really trained it for being able to play the piano or the guitar to live music and jam along with other people. You will definitely have to learn it for a couple of years. The earlier, the younger you are, the better. I just learned like the theoretical parts, the parts that I need to make my music, and my guitar playing is good enough for my own tracks, but I still have to shift around the notes in Logic and correct it. So yeah, I can basically just do the things that I need to make my music. If I need, for example, live strings or really good guitar, complex things, or I need someone to sing or do background vocals or stuff like that, I just need to get other people to do it for me, but I still know enough about it to really guide them and get out of them that what I actually want for the track. And I think that's like the main purpose of a music producer. You guide and develop the entire production. It's your vision, and for certain small parts or segments out of that job you get other people. I also know music producers that just take care of the production. They have for every instrument someone else doing it. Actually in pop music that's done a whole lot. They even have people that are taking care of the mixing, of the mastering. At the end there are like 20-25 people involved in making big pop tracks. For example, I know in Beyonce's tracks she has like a special guy that is just taking care of editing her vocals. On every track it's the same guy, only he's allowed to mess around with her vocals. Then there's a producer taking care of the general production, then maybe a piano player, a guitar player, or maybe someone that is specialized in building cool drum grooves, and then someone mixing, someone mastering. Even sometimes they have people that are just taking care of the arrangement. So there are a lot of steps involved, and the bigger the production, the more money is involved, the more detailed the production gets, the more specialized people you have working on it. And I'm kind of right now in between. I'm doing most of the stuff myself, but for the singing, of course, and some of the guitar playing, I just have other people that do it for 10 years. Because at the end, as a producer, your task is to get the best production possible. And if it's necessary to have other people that help you to be part of it, then just do it. Because at the end, no one cares about how you made it and who made it. It's all about making a good, solid track that just sounds professional and the people will like. So I hope this answers the question. Now it's time for a tiny bit of Netflix. Back in the studio today, just for like 2 or 3 hours. I have to take care of 1 or 2 very important things, and I really need to hurry up to get all of them done in time, because tonight I'm invited again for dinner, this time at my parents' place. So let's get started. All done with work in the studio. Food was really good, the 3rd day in a row with way too much food, and now waiting for the tram with
We're
Vanessa.
not waiting.
It's actually on point. This looks really magical right now, but it also looks like a whole lot of rain. Do you think it will rain? No, huh? Sunshine. Back at home, maybe let's just continue with the Q&A. There were a whole lot more questions. Just sneak my laptop and maybe take off the coat. An edit of a rhythm as a dancer would be dope. Is already done. Someone is asking for a contest for the headphones, the ones that I actually already tried to give you away. I will still wait maybe 5 more days and then just give it away to someone else. All samples were created by you. Not really, I didn't create them. I started sampling them myself and edited them, changed them, reused them. So most of the samples that were in the sample pack, I'm using them already for 8 years or even longer. You should make a hardstyle track for fun. no, that's not fun. I really love all electronic kinds of music, but hardstyle. I could live with really dark, deep techno. I actually like to do techno tracks. Razul is asking, why should I start promoting my music on SoundCloud? Can I start on Spotify? What do you recommend? I'd say for the past years, SoundCloud was the most important platform to promote your music, just because you could repost tracks. So if someone a big musician with a lot of followers reposted your track, a lot of people got it featured on their starting page. This way you gain quite a lot of new people that listen to your music very fast. I think now it's more and more shifting to Spotify, because there you have kind of the same thing with playlist. If one of your tracks ends up in a big playlist, it gets a lot of plays. And the big advantage of Spotify is that the artist actually gets paid. So there's even money involved. I've also seen now people start selling spots in their Spotify playlist. So you as an artist pay to get your track on there, then the track makes a lot of plays and you get the money kind of back from Spotify. It's weird. It's again starting with a weird system. Also people paid for SoundCloud reposts. I'm not a big fan of it, but if that's what you have to do to promote your music, you just have to do it to get attention. And yeah, this Spotify thing will be very interesting in the next couple of years. So just promote your music wherever you can, wherever it makes sense for your style of music, and just try to get it out to as many people as possible. And if it's a good track, you won't have to do that much. Usually if a track is good, people like it, they will revisit it and just listen to it again and again. So I think that's pretty much it with the questions. Now back to watching Netflix. We started a show called 13 Reasons Why. It's kind of good. Like I like the general idea of it, the general plot, but it's all like in a high school setting. And I have to say I'm feeling a little bit too old for it, but maybe 1 or 2 more episodes, and then I will decide if we will continue with it. So that's it.
You killed it alive.
Okay. That was really bad. But Vanessa was trying to mimic my hand movement because we're holding hands and I can't.
On my soul.